Ayata.
Yo, Gucci.
Strap to the bone, chat to me chrome. Fire one in a them head, shot to the dome. Them boy they no bad, chatter when me know. Only bad when the man friend pop pill alone. Tall rifle a roll under me clothes. One west a run road that a fi be known. Brown in bad bitch, not silicone. Rich badness, fat belly full. Them boy they no ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a grung knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark, he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish calf we black and white. With the red light on the front eye. Toppy show, tap about things where you nothing do. Toppy show, Kel taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mat we go fi four. Toppy show, Batty boy stop chat where the fuck you know. Thing them ram up in a skin them. Time you get lead poison in an infection. Make your dopey rise quicker than inflation. And the eye cast a living in dead from the inception. That's how the thing been tan. Start off slow, now the thing get strong. A one west and it never take long. Now we a do the road mad injection. Toppy show, tap about things where you know fi know. Toppy show, Kel taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mat we go fi four. Toppy show, Batty boy stop chat where the fuck you know. Them boy they no ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a grung knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish calf we black and white. Make the rain fall and the ground dry. Yeah. One West. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy, for have it. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have it. 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want fi see na fi we hand. You know give we food fi we yam. And when the youth use brilliance, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man pillion. The bad boy, true me say don't rush me a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in a that sky when some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy. The ghetto youth them a fuck up the road and tough up the code dust. No go below. See double 9 man a shuffle the board. And if you no know then you no fi know. Matic in a waist we no go lucky mode. This one west boy get up your load. Who no know when me no shoes and me no food and no clothes. We no do the posing, we no explode. Just a wait for the right time for we explode. Hustle man a hustle charge you we make do. And we can't wait for the next show. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. Come and tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have it. 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want fi see na fi we hand. You know give we food fi we yam. And when the youth get original, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man criminal. In killer them a search for them heaven on earth. Man a fi a fight with the devil from birth. Poverty a time for your Lego man shirt. Your man a fi stay blessed all when the land curse. All when the land curse. I know the GLE them want see we in a one earth. The bad boy, true me said don't rush me a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in a that sky when some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel.
We have a gift that nobody can see, that was handed over to us to do something amazing. Take the gift, man. Take the gift. Take the gift, man. And let the Most High work in you to do something you have never believed to happen.
I ain't even impressed what you expect. You see this shit? Hold on. This one West on my chest.
One West world. That's it.
Fuck a street code, little priest law. No stain, great Dane with the leash off. I ain't nothing of this world, I need a respawn. I just know they wish that I would stop, but I keep going. These fringes on my calf like a tube sock. I used to stuff the loose ones in my shoebox. And we came a long way from the curbside. Now we looking from the top from a bird eye. And I can't leave my brother on the battlefield. Lord, let the hell rain, we gon' see who real. And you know they gon' hate when they see a plate. So imagine what they doing for $250,000. And we really the only ones going to war. You niggas just be talking like y'all won the war. I made love to this truth and there's no divorce. My Spanish mommy call me Poppy like a corner store. Let me show you how to do it. Said he living by the word, I think it's time he proved. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And say the acting for the camera, this is not a movie. I pray to God I don't fall off. I ain't nothing like y'all. Niggas think they slime, cut their head off a python. Blame me for my outlook, never counted the lookouts. The world said I wasn't shit, but look how I turned out. Not so bad, huh? Why you mad, huh? We go hard, but go harder for the have-not. Listen, when that oil hit your leg, then you can't stop. Your feet better hit the ground running, this shit bedrock. Man, we tried to put him on, but he sleep. Waking up the people, that's the job for a priest. Hopped out the wheel, fringes swinging like a pendulum. You heard of the tribes, where the fuck you think they get it from? Look, I'm a soldier, get the order, then I get it done. Got some big shit to split the water, make these niggas run. Why you hurt? If I told the truth, then I showed you love. Let me prove it, wanna move right, let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to do it. Said he living by the word, I think it's time he proved. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And say the acting for the camera, this is not a movie.
Don't step over the line though. Everybody, anybody, it's up for everybody. And that's not even, I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to say it. I ain't even on a rap, so I already beat the rap shit.
Check me out, dog. Roll the window up, man. The water. No better dog, really. The son of a king. I don't Balenciaga. I might just wear Kyla. I might just wear the Pradas. But I'm thinking long term, so I might say the dollars. We ain't no better. I'm just being honest. I should've went to college, but I was thinking violence. It's a one West world. We the fucking livest. Break it down, we break ground. We don't break no damn promise. Let's get active, dog. Don't tell me how you feel about it. These cats saying too much. They ain't learn enough. You maxed out the first quarter, I'm still warming up. These niggas tossing up a brick, they can't score with us. Who gon' come against us? When the Lord with us, them niggas riding for you. Hope they ride till they crash. Put my name in your mouth, I put my belt to your ass. I ain't running no race, I just hope that I last. All them niggas you look up to, I consider them trash. Only time you seen a leader was in Wayne hand. Niggas that dap you, then pop you with the same hand. I'm a main player, I stick to the game plan. He don't really fuck with you, that's your main man. We them niggas came through and made your city hot. Yup, said he in the field, but he really not. And I ain't casting no stone, I just let him rock. And that's the kind of story they gon' read about. But if it's war, it ain't no tapping out. Grip still heat, spit like a dragon off.
I.S.U.P.K presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shabrak to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Atham Ba'ashem to all the sisters. Y'all already know what it is. There's One West Ground Zero podcast, the best podcast in Canada, hosted by Officer 1000 ADR and myself, also 500 Barak Yalla. Joining with us, we have Officer 1000 Sharat Zahalak, right out of Dominican Republic, and Officer 1000 Shayawan. What's going on out of Wanyam Yabashem Shabrak Thumb?
Shalom, Yabashem Shabrak Thumb.
Shalom, Yabashem Shabrak Thumb. What's going on?
Daily routine of being oppressed in this white man's kingdom that is falling upon and being brought down to the ground until nothing is left no more. What happened over the last couple 24 to 48 hours barely is nothing short but amazing, right? We do not rejoice on the unaliving of anybody. What we're rejoicing and having a drink about La Yasharala is the fact that the Bible, the prophecies in the Bible are proven to be real. This is why we're rejoicing. This is the blind faith that people claim to have, right? That is showing that really Allah was nowhere to be found in Iran. You understand? The East Indian guys, when they have floods, no elephants is helping the East Indian. As a matter of fact, they're trampling them to death. The tigers are eating them. The Asians could be fat as hell, and China is still polluted. Buddha is nowhere to be seen. What we're seeing, though, is that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the children of Israel, the real Jews, right? Not those that send fireworks to Iran. That God is real. Everything he said would happen is happening right now. The times that Christ was talking about were in those biblical times. Wars, rumors of wars. Iran, which is Persia. You understand? Listen, the movie is just getting better.
I'm right.
And it's showing that the Bible is not a fairy tale and is the only truth. Salak Yadwanya.
What's going on, Akim?
God, if I could, Salakia, you know, these wars, you know what I mean, for the last couple of years, it's nonstop all over my news feed. You know what I mean? So that's a heavy point you're bringing out, Barak. Like, this world has to really recognize and wake up that these wars are real. You know what I mean? What's going on with Russia and Ukraine, you know, over in Israel, Iran now being, you know, bombed to oblivion, you know, just the other day. Like, these things are not going to stop. You know what I mean? Like, this Bible is so important for us. You know, it gives us some wisdom. Like, it speaks about that, you know, the spirit of that red horse being released on the earth. You know what I mean? Like, the Most High is in control of all these wars, and these things are not going to stop. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up, Barak. You know what I mean? Our people really got to understand what's going on in this earth. If I could say one last thing, you know, I remember I had a family member. He had moved out to Jamaica. He was trying to go back home because, you know, during the COVID time, he was damn near getting sick of all the plagues and the wars that he's seen on the earth, and he wants to go back to yard so he can have a little peace in the country of Jamaica. And I'm talking to my brother and letting him know, like, it don't matter if you go to Jamaica. It doesn't matter if you go in, you know what I mean, the furthest corner of the earth. You know what I mean? It's not going to stop what the Lord has coming. You know what I mean? Salaki.
Damn right. And if I could add something to, you know, send to all this, you know, send to all you Arabs. I know it's Ramadan right now. I think Allah is hungry, man. Allah is weak. He can't fight right now. You understand? Allah ain't got no food, man. He can't fight right now, man. Salakia.
Good night. He was fasting.
Yeah, that's like that. You know that's so heavy, Eddie. You know what I mean? They're in Ramadan right now. You know, and it's just like the times of old when they're over in Egypt and Moses and the Most High was showing, you know, those Egyptians that your gods have no power. You know what I mean? These Muslims, you know, sitting here with their little fake ass fast every day, eating breakfast and dinner. You know what I mean? Going to fast thinking that they have a power on their side. You know what I mean? And the Most High has always shown, you know, there is only one God. There's only one power. He is the highest power. You know what I mean? And none of these gods can come up against them. Salaki.
Damn right.
Okay. And just to add on what you said before we get into the topic, so we're going to bring out a quick precept because I had the same conversation with one of my brethren. I keep telling him, come to class. I spoke to him last week. He asked me questions every time we're together. He asked me a question about the true or not. Just come to class. You get all your questions answered. Because whatever answer I give you, you'll get the same answer from all the men above me and all the men under me. So regardless, just come to class. Because now you're going to tell me if the war expands and comes to Canada and comes to the US, you're going to go back to Peru. Wherever we will be, the war will expand. It's a world war. Damn, it's on a planetary level. You understand? I just want to bring out this quick precept, right? Is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart. We need to leave. That doesn't mean leave physically. That's the problem that other people think. Everything, you know, we're going to go back Hayad, we're going to go to Peru, we're going to go let's go to Antarctica. I don't give a damn. The white man is building bunkers everywhere, and he is not safe. Billionaires are not safe with their bunkers. What makes me think that as the poorest people on the planet will be safe just going back to the country on the countryside somewhere in the deepest, darkest, remote region of the rainforest? It's not. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right.
What is our rest? It tells us what our rest is in Isaiah chapter 14 and 3. Our rest is when we'll be ruling in the kingdom. This is when we'll be able to rest. Finally. Understand? Forevermore. Because it is polluted. Right now, the situation in South America and the Caribbean is so bad, it don't matter where we go. We think we're going to live off the land. The land is, I can't go back to Martinique, live off the land. My island is polluted. I can't go back to Guadeloupe. I can't go to Guyana. I can't go nowhere. Where are we going to go? In Australia? In Antarctica? Antarctica, listen, the white man's such a devil, he will colonize Antarctica finding out that humans are living there. Antarctica is already dying in itself. You understand? It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. It don't matter where you go. The bombs. Listen, imagine that. Right now in Montreal, it's warm outside. I spoke to someone on the phone. I was like, yo, did the fervent heat from those missiles reach Montreal and melted all the snow? I was like, good night. Regardless of where we go, you're not going to be safe because Christ will come back, is coming back to deliver you and destroy all the heathens from across the face of the earth. Peru is run by heathens. Central South America is run by heathens. Canada, US, UK, all the islands, even though they put a brother or sister in a position of power, it is still ran by heathens. And the Most High is sending Christ to destroy every single aspect and detail of this society. Our kingdom is the only kingdom that will be brought up from the ground up with no influence from any nation, as opposed to this kingdom and the previous ones, whose foundation is based on the previous kingdom that all fell because they had the Israelites in captivity. Salakia.
So like a priest, if I may, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, Sharatazar, you never been, you know what I'm saying, on the platform in Canada, you know what I'm saying, if you could do a quick introduction, priest, for the people in Canada, Bob question.
Khan, no sweat. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Brakathum, to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Atham Bashim Yahshua, to all the sisters. I'm priest and officer of 1,000 Sharatazar Halat. Basically out of Miami, Florida, but now I'm in Dominican Republic. You know what I mean? I was in Haiti for a while. Now I'm in Dominican Republic. But this is one body, you know what I'm saying? One spirit. It don't matter where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm still one West I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? And just like Barack Yalla was bringing out, you know, come to class. We all teach the same thing. We all were taught the same thing. One body, one spirit. Ephesians chapter 4 and 4. You know what I mean? So what Barakia was bringing out is heavy because in Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8, it says, if I could bring this out real quick, Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8 says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Like, we in captivity, man. Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. So no matter where you go, you in captivity, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You know what I mean? You can't run from it. You know, like we done got too comfortable here. You know, we got too comfortable here, and we don't got so comfortable that, you know, we don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. The Christian church don't have no answers for you. You know what I mean? You done got too comfortable here. So the only answer is coming back to the Lord, serving the Most High power. That's the only solution. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only solution. There is no other way. You see what I'm saying? There is no other way, man. So you can run to Jamaica. You can run to wherever the four corners on the earth. You still in captivity. Your only solution is coming back to the Most High. Right. I yield on that.
Damn right.
Damn right. You understand? It's like, let's get into these topics, right? You know, we're gonna give you the One West perspective of everything. You know, hot topics or whatnot. What's trending, of course, pop culture. You know, but let's keep the most serious topics for around the end of the show, right? Let's start with this one, Salakia. Give me one moment. So I'm gonna translate for Officer Shaiwan because this one is written in French, but it doesn't matter. It says des frappes aériennes américaines tuent 3 hommes originaires des Caraïbes. So Trump is bombing the West Indies again, and this time he killed 3 Lucian brothers. And you know what's diabolical? St. Lucia has a deal with the U.S., I think. Like, they were sending doctors to the U.S. or whatnot. Or they were to Cuba, and they were telling, the U.S. told St. Lucia, yo, stop sending your doctors to Cuba. Stop sending your nurses to Cuba. You understand? Whatever relationship you have with Cuba, cut ties. You know? And this is the problem. This is us trusting in the white man. See what happened? The white man don't give a damn about you. It don't matter if you're Lucian, Dominican. Apparently, the U.S. is trying to acquire Guadeloupe and Martinique, the only two, and French Guyana, the only French strongholds in the Western Hemisphere. Salakia.
You know, so it's a crazy thing, man. What you're saying, like, you know, what I'm saying, what you're saying is heavy. You know, what I'm saying, like, we can't trust these Edomites. You know, what I'm saying, these oppressors, because you know, what I'm saying, like, every deal that we made with these oppressors, you know, what I'm saying, they come back and kill us afterward. You know, what I'm saying, and that's these things. Sadly, these things have to happen, because if they don't happen, we're not gonna realize who the devil is. We're not gonna realize who the oppressor is. So sadly, you know what I'm saying, these things have to happen for us to open our eyes and realize who the real spirit that's inside of the white man, man.
Khan.
It's Salakia, if I could add to that, you know, shoot, Salakia out of you know, big up to you. You know what I mean? You damn near drilled it in my head, you know, to better understand, you know, that blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous are the apple of the Most High's eye. You know what I mean? Like, we're such a valuable people to the Most High. And if I could give a quick story real quick, you know, this, you know what I mean? I can't call him a landlord, but this property owner where I'm renting, you know, he's been, he was fucking with me a little bit with the garbage that was being put out. And I'm going back and forth with him, you know, just get me a bin. You know what I mean? I need my own bin. Y'all know how many kids I got. I got a big ass family over here.
You
know what I mean? Right. So, you know, sure enough, you know, last couple of days, I've never heard this story. You know what I mean? Maybe you brothers have. He's been going in the garbage. You know what I mean? Sorting through my garbage, you know, to try to get it to fit inside of one bin. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, you know, Ham is such a disgusting race of people. Yeah, I mean, I'd never heard of going through somebody else's garbage, you know what I mean, to try to get it fit into a bin. I mean, I got baby shit diapers inside of that garbage, you know what I mean, and he's in there sorting through the garbage. But you know, kind of speed up the story, he had a skunk jump on his face.
Damn.
Out the garbage. Man, I've never heard of that shit. I didn't even know skunks could jump. But he had a whole skunk jump on his face. and the first thing that came to mind, you know what I mean, Shadow Kapadar, is, you know what I mean, this world revolves around us. The world revolves around blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous. And if we would just serve the Most High, the Most High would fight for us. You know what I mean? Like, we would have a protection on our side, you know what I mean, that the world has never seen. And, you know, these dumbasses going over to the Caribbean island, you know what I mean, bombing them, like, you don't understand the danger that you're putting yourself in. You know what I mean? All the scriptures that talk about, you know, all the vengeance that the Most High is going to return to these people. You know what I mean? It says return to them double. You know what I mean? Speaking on Christ coming back with his vesture dipped in blood, there's going to be so much killing, you know, Salakia, so much unaliving because of the abuse that people continually do to blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous. If we would just get on the Most High's side, the protection that we would have and the affliction that would be put on our enemies, you know what I mean, would be something this world has never seen. You know what I mean? Last thing, you know, it says, paraphrasing, you know, all that death that happened to the inside of Egypt, you know what I mean, under Pharaoh. It says that when Christ returns, that, you know what I mean, these cries are going to be something that this world has never seen. You know what I mean? This the destruction that nobody has ever seen. You know what I mean? They better stop messing with blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous. Salakia.
Salakia, Shawan. Ham was fighting with the skunk for the chicken and everything.
Man, I wish I had a video of it, audio.
That's really what's going on, man. He was fighting with a chicken bone, the oxtail.
He lost against the skunk.
Man, that skunk fucked him up. Salaki. Man.
So, you want to chime in?
No, I'm good. I'm good right now.
So just a quick more details on the story. Again, also Sean, I'm gonna translate for you, right? It says on February 13, 2026, an American aerial strike in the Caribbean killed 3 men, including 2 fishermen from St. Lucia, right? While the Southern Commandment of the United States was confirming that they were targeting narco-terrorists, there was no proof that were presented regarding the victims. The government of St. Lucia opened an investigation on the matter. Really, come on. I don't even know what to say. Like, listen, I just say shalom. Listen, the white man should not be trusted. Like, listen, come on. It's saying all the islands are involved in the narco traffic because of the white man. The white man is in control of St. Lucia. Forget about Martinique and Guadeloupe. The French owns all the infrastructure and blames us for all the drugs coming in and out of Martinique. But he owns all the infrastructure. He owns everything. You know, he's the one in control of the drug trade, even in Latin America. So, listen, really, you should not investigate yourself. You should, if you investigate every single issues that happens around the globe, you'll find out that the common denominator is the white man. Salakia one.
And the thing is, there's no other bigger drug dealer than the white man. You know what I'm saying? Those oppressors are the biggest drug dealer. But the thing is, he goes around everywhere, you know what I'm saying, on the face of the earth saying, well, you sell drugs, we got to kill you, we got to unalive you. But who's putting you, you know what I'm saying, to death? Who's bringing you in prison? You know what I'm saying? Since when we seen the CIA, you know what I'm saying, the biggest narco trafficking, you know what I'm saying, group out there? Since when we see anybody in the CIA convicted for, you know what I'm saying, drug possession or drug trafficking? Never. Meanwhile, they're the ones, you know what I'm saying, bringing the drug, you know what I'm saying, in Haiti, you know what I'm saying, in Dominican Republic, you know what I'm saying, in all the other islands, just like, you know what I'm saying, or St. Lucia. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that's bringing the drug. Just like, you know what I'm saying, like Officer Shah was in Haiti. We have a problem with the gangs in Haiti, but recently one of the gang leaders, you know what I'm saying, discovered a whole manufacturer, you know what I'm saying, a whole factory of drug run by, you know what I'm saying, these Edomites and Arabs over there. It's a lot.
Good night. You understand? I don't know if y'all want to chime in on this more, or if we're too wild to move on to the next one.
Yeah, we're too wild to move on.
Kawakan. So I don't know who that sister is. All I know is that she is diabolical and she's a whore. Salakia. She's loose leg.
Status is now, but what do you expect on a monthly basis from financially?
From him?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm spoiled.
No, as soon as they said it's sports, it's gonna be a ticket. Go ahead.
What's that mean? Just
what's that range?
Because it's good insight. Because we just have these hypothetical conversations all the time. But just somebody you're like in the top 1% of girls that's actually you're exposed to that life, right? Like so. Yeah. What is you say you're spoiled? What does that mean?
Spoiled means I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
What does that mean?
Ladies, take notes. Take notes because it'll work on the simp. I have a lifestyle I expect to keep.
Myself, you should be able to do it for me too. And if I can't depend on you to be able to handle what I have on my plate, then there's no reason for me and me and you to be together, because that means you're gonna hold me back, and that means I'm gonna have to be looking out after you.
What about love?
What does that mean? Financially, what does that mean though? What does that mean? What does that mean on a monthly? What does that mean? Roughly.
Numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 45, 50.
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
What is true? I can give you the paperwork right now.
No,
It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. I'm gonna just cut it short. This nigga cut to the chase. What does it mean financially? This nigga cut to the chase. Listen, for those who don't know, that's one of Bow Wow's ex. Bow Wow hit that for free. Talking about 45 to 50K a month. Listen, I've been telling sisters, y'all have a better chance finding a unicorn and a leprechaun with some gold coins. You have a better chance finding an actual mermaid than getting a 666, a nigga that makes 6 figures with a 6-pack that's 6 foot tall. Y'all are stupid as hell because y'all got that ideology or the standard from the white man. And you become a whore because of white women. Yet, I know for a fact that a lot of y'all had sex in high school with a $5 spliff in your mouth. Imagine that. Talking about 45 to 50K a month. Your box is not worth $2. Salakia.
Gone.
Loose leg.
Gone. You know what I'm saying? And this is why these sisters, you know what I'm saying, fall into a puff daddy. This is why, you know what I'm saying, they become like Cassie. This is why they go to Dubai to be defecated on. You know what I'm saying? Peed on. You know what I'm saying? This is why, because instead of seeing your value as a human being, as a woman, you seeing your value through money. You understand? And men that's gonna give you money, you know what I'm saying, for sex or to be with you, they look at you as a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? Like he paid for it, so he could do whatever he wants to do with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get beat up by Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get, you know what I'm saying, unalive by these men. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have women in Jeffrey Epstein Island also. You understand? Because a lot of them want money. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying, knows that they could bring other girls and get more money. You know what I'm saying? It's time, you know what I'm saying, to leave these like ideology aside, man, because the scripture said, you know what I'm saying, there shall be no whores, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of the daughters of Israel. You know what I'm saying? You are special, you are royalty. You know what I'm saying? You will never see a queen, you know what I'm saying, or a princess royalty saying, well, you know what, you got to make this amount of money or this not. Nah, she's gonna act in a certain way, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, the man has to act in a certain way, not because of his money or his status. You know what I'm saying? Most of the millionaires today, every one of them, you know what I'm saying, almost every one of them went to the Jeffrey Epstein Island, having sex with babies, eating flesh. So that's what you really want? Salakia.
Salakia, if I could say one thing, you know, this lie that our oppressor keeps feeding our women, you know what I mean, that they can be like gods, you know what I mean, that they don't have to be ruled over by a man. You know what I mean? That like that devil keeps whispering that lie into our sister's ear. You know what I mean? And she believes, you know, she doesn't need protection from a man. You know what I mean? Like a $5 bill, you know, is not going to save you in a fight. You know what I mean? A $5 bill is not going to protect you from somebody, you know, who's coming to harm you. You know what I mean? Even thinking about all the emotional, you know, stress that sisters get, something from as small as you know, a bill collector ringing down a woman's phone. You know what I mean? That's stressful for a sister. You know what I mean? And you know, we got to understand, sisters got to understand, you know, just how fragile they truly are. They don't have to put on this front of, you know, I don't need a man. They don't have to put on this front of, you know, I don't need protection, because it's clear as day. You're not fooling anybody. You know what I mean? Everybody knows you need protection. You know what I mean? But they keep listening to these lies, thinking that, you know, they don't have to submit or be ruled over by a man. You know, they lose their protection. You know, they lose that safety they get from a man. She says, what? I need 50K a month. You know what I mean? You know, in order to mess with a man, you're not going to have any protection because, like you said, Barack, that man don't exist. You know what I mean? You're going to go 20 years chasing something that you can never find, and your life's going to continually be a living hell because you live in a life without protection. You're not living a life under the protection of a man, under the guidance of a man. And it's just a sad thing for these sisters because they're just destroying themselves by listening to this white man. Salakia.
Shit, if I could too. If I could, Ecclesiasticus, if I could.
Sir.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and 21 says a woman will receive every man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of men out here that can have this woman right here. There's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? What she's saying ain't nothing because all the brother got to do is gas her up, you know, spit some game. He ain't got to have no money. All you got to do is have a good talk game. You know what I mean? What's so special about her? What makes her special and different from all these other women out here wearing a little mini skirt, hair done, pretty makeup, all that. What makes her special?
Right.
I gotta make, 6 figures or plus, whatever she said the amount was. For what? What do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like it says, a woman will receive every man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can gas her up. Niggas do it all day. We lie to these women all day, which we shouldn't, but we do it all day. A brother could go rent a car and say, "This is my car. This is my Lambo." You know what I mean? He could rent what do you call it, a penthouse. Hey, this is my penthouse. You know what I'm saying? And it says, "Yet is one daughter better than the other." Like we gotta, as men, we gotta be wiser in choosing a woman. We gotta choose a woman based on her skills. We gotta have more discernment. You know what I'm saying? And basically, we got to stop loving these whores. You know what I'm saying? Like we see these whores, man, and we got to start telling them exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop making these whores feel good. For brothers, like we got to stop making whores feel good. Like we sitting up here on this platform with her, and she feels special. She feels special up there. She's smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all good. This is a game. It's like every woman, it's them that like all these women, man, like they go up there and everything is about money. Everything. She probably can't even toast bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She probably burnt the damn toast in the morning, man. And she's sitting up there talking about something. You got to make this much and that much. Like it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got
or what? She probably can't even pour a glass of water.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta start rejecting these women that would just sleep with everybody and anybody. And we, us as brothers, that's why the I.S.U.P.K is important, because we ain't here. We're not trying to be out here sleeping with no whores. You know what I'm saying? And damn these whores, don't even like their pictures, their videos. That's what we need to start and let them die alone.
Right.
Let them die alone. You know what I'm saying? Let that box grow cobwebs and let her turn into a skeleton and realize she ain't nothing. And we need to start choosing the woman, the better woman with the skills. That woman that's cooking. She got a cookbook at the house and she cooking recipes online and she fully dressed and you know what I'm saying? She's single and that's an honorable woman. She's trying to teach other sisters how to cook. Honorable woman is trying to teach other sisters skills and try to be a better woman, given what do they call those? The pick-me's?
Right.
Yeah. They call those the pick-me's. You know what I mean? Those are the better women. This right here is trash, bro. She's like it's like a beautiful apple but rotten on the inside. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get nowhere with that, man.
And just to add to what you're saying, because you almost stole the words out of my mouth, Charles. You understand? Like she said she will not be with a man unless he makes 45, 50K, right? She won't be with him. Meanwhile, there's 20 niggas, you understand, that's broke, that's eating that box every night.
Yeah, exactly.
She giving it for free every night. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Right. She got them on rotation.
God.
Damn. That is diabolical.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. But that's the problem, Our sisters learned that mindset from the white man. Like imagine you learn how to be a whore from the white woman. Really they portray, because the white woman don't even give a damn about how much the white man makes as far as money. He has guns and power, and that's the man that will protect her. But she made you believe, leave that black man because he ain't making the money. While in the meanwhile, that same white woman and the white man that told you to leave the black man, the Hispanic man, the native man, because they make no money, right? are making sure that those men make no money.
God.
Imagine that. As opposed to say, well, you're the reason these men make no money. You know, maybe you should make them make money. Maybe you should give them the check that they did. Maybe you should give them reparations, you know, for being oppressed every day. But now you're like, you know what? Maybe the white bitch is right. That's what you think in your head. And then you become a white slut in the spirit and a slut in the flesh.
God.
It's a lot.
If I could, you know, when Christ said, "Ye are of your father, the devil," you know what I mean? We can't forget how, you know, how disgusting our oppressor is. You know what I mean? Like you were saying, Barack, you know, you want to learn to be a good whore, just follow your oppressor. You know what I mean? There's no greater fornicator than these people, than Esau. You know, they're such a disgusting people. And we keep acting like them. Man, the culture that we follow is just going to be a culture of every foul spirit, like Revelation says. Salaki.
Kawakan. And just to add on what Officer Sharatas has said, right? You know, with these pick-me's or whatnot and everything, teaching sisters how to cook. A sister was catching a lot of hell on social media a couple months ago. That's Cooking with Kaya. Obviously, she was not always dressed modestly, you know, but she was just getting hell. Why? Because like, yo, I'm, you know, cooking with Kaya and thing, right? Talking about sisters, y'all need to get your ass in the kitchen. And she said, apparently, she will not start at OnlyFans despite being able to make $2 million on the first day. She don't give a damn about that.
Damn.
You know, shout out to that sister.
Yeah,
give her a flyer.
Yeah.
Give her a flyer. Let me see if I can find a clip of Cooking with Kaya. She was hating because niggas are watching the videos. Even the brothers that have ribs, the ribs are getting mad at them. Like, why are you watching her? Because she's doing something you're not. She is in the kitchen. You know, that's why.
Exactly.
You want to stop being jealous of Kaya? How about you get your ass in the kitchen? And since you're for my eyes and my eyes only, you won't be on camera. Dress however you want in the kitchen for me. I don't give a damn. Just make me pour me a glass of water at least. Learn how to do that properly. And then
don't burn the toast.
Don't burn the toast. Yeah, listen, let's start with the water. You know, let's start there. And then maybe I won't be watching Kaya in the kitchen. Cooking her ass up. Let me see if I can find a clip. You know.
Hey, Barack, you know what I mean? Maybe you could teach these sisters, you know, how to find a man that only keeps one woman. You know what I mean? If Cooking with Kaya wasn't out there, you know, we wouldn't be looking for the next woman. You know what I mean? We maybe, you know, if a woman learned to be, you know what I mean, everything she should be for her man, you know, that man might actually put you on a pedestal above every other sister. Salakia.
Imagine that.
Just kidding. I just came on here to let you guys know that I will be selling plates soon, because I know a lot of you have been asking. We're going to have different flavor of wings, as well as Kaya's famous chicken pasta.
Famous.
So plates will be $15, I think.
Get your ass in the kitchen. We ain't even asking for a plate. We're just asking for toast that is not burnt.
John.
That's asking. Just pour me a glass of water.
Man.
You know what? As a matter of fact, start by setting foot in the kitchen. Just, you know, let's just start. Set foot in the kitchen. Maybe I won't be watching Kaya in the kitchen because I'll be too busy watching you in the kitchen.
Imagine
and that.
If I may, a lot of sisters want to talk about Proverb 31 sisters, right? Well, this is exactly the example, like I'm saying, one of the example, because not only she works with her hand, but she multiplies. She want to multiply what she's making. That's why, you know what I'm saying, she cooking, and what she says, well, I'm gonna make a business with that. You know what I'm saying? Now imagine if every sister have that type of mind state. You know what I'm saying? Imagine, you know what I'm saying, you have a revenue that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? You slaving, you know what I'm saying, for the oppressor. Of course, your husband is slaving for the oppressor, but there's another revenue that's coming in the house as well. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry about nothing, because there's always money that's coming in, and that, you know what I'm saying, that makes it possible for you to be at peace in your house. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about this bill. You don't have to worry, because it's always money that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? And sisters got to understand, you know what I'm saying, when you're with a man, when you're in a house with a man, you in a marriage, relationship, whatever you want to call it, you are there, you understand, to unite with that man and progress together. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Not fail, you know what I'm saying? Not be a, you know what I'm saying, like stick in the wheel, you know what I'm saying, and like destroy this relationship. You there, you know what I'm saying, to see how can we use those type of talent. My man got this talent, my man could do this. Well, you know what I'm saying, let me pour in him like this, he could elevate. And this, you know what I'm saying, and the same thing for the men as well. So like
maybe you could help your man make that $50K a month. How about that? You understand? Fucking goddamn stupid. Listen, you can make a whole food truck business if you're like Kaya. And it's not just about cooking, you know. Whatever skill you got, is it sewing, making garments, I don't know, making ointments, perfume. And even your man could help you cultivate your skill. It's not about, maybe coming in the cell, right? A lot of us don't come with these skills. We don't give a damn about nothing. So maybe let me help you teach you a skill. And then you could get good at it. Whatever you're good at, listen, that man will pour $1 million in you. You understand? He don't listen, men really don't give a damn about that. It's just you are a gold digger, man. Don't deal with gold diggers. This is what it says. It says a man shall be worth more than fine gold. I'm paraphrasing. Clearly, you're not the one to pour $50K. I don't even pour $5 in you. You understand? It's a lot here. You know. I'm a buy. What you need? What is it you're making? You're making bracelets. Let me buy the material for the bracelets. You flip that $5 bracelet into a $50K business. There you go. Oh, you need more material. Yeah, let's open a line of credit or something, right? Oh, you flipping houses. Most High in Christ, you know, like that man says that the Proverbs 31 woman, her husband shall have no worry of spoiled or whatnot. You know, that sisters like these are creating drug dealers, and they end up in jail, and they say, well, all the good men are gone because you made him risk his life just to impress you.
50K.
Yeah. 50K. The man, he tried to make barely $50 selling crack. Now he's in jail because you told him he needs to make 50K to sleep with you.
Mm-hmm. And let me add to that, Barack. That's heavy because by default, like black men, like by default, we want to be rappers. By default, man. That's what we want to do because of these women. We see women like that talking about what she said, 50K, the man gotta make 50K.
50K a month.
Like, 50K a month, brother.
Right.
Like what? 50K a month, man. To do what? To get with you, and then you end up getting pregnant. And then you end up putting me on child support for more than 50K a month. That's the real objective. That's what you really wanted. It's like it's almost that's their job. Their job is to get with a rich brother, get him, have his child, and then put him on child support and take all his money, all his hard working money that he don't work hard for. That's the real objective. Look at the brother, the YouTuber, Kai Senate.
Look
at his brother. Look what he did, man. This brother fell into a trap, man. Done signed a contract. I can't even believe he did that. Like, for the life of me, man, how don't you, like, these brothers don't learn from the next, like, if you got money, if you're a celebrity, you got money, you're a ball player, athlete, YouTuber, whatever, you got money. Just to know that sister is after your money, man. Why would you sign a contract for her to be your girlfriend and to sit around and just look pretty? I think that's what the contract said, if I'm not mistaken. And she now gets $40,000 a month of your hard-earned money that she was not there to help you make. But now she benefit from it because of your signature, because you wanted her to be your girlfriend and to look pretty. God damn. Do you know how much beautiful women out here that you can find that don't even give a damn about how much you make? Your sisters all over the place. I don't get it. I know if I was a millionaire, brother. Come on, man. I would go to the hood. I would go to the ghetto.
Right.
the barrios and look for a sister.
I'll go to McDonald's.
Yeah, man. She working at McDonald's. She gets up. She's disciplined. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's already in the kitchen.
Hey, I seen this post right on Facebook. I know the Filipinos ain't Israelites, right? But the point is, in the post when I read it, the post said that it was a pretty Filipino sister, right? Not a sister, but a heathen. She was like, it only costs $8 to impress her, right?
I seen this. Let me see if I can find
that?
This.
There was a brother in the comment. The brother said, well, brothers, let's pack our bags and go to Philly. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, man. You might as well, nigga, go to the hood, brother. Go to the ghetto. Go to, you know what I'm saying? Go to Latin America. Go anywhere in the hood in the States, brother, and find you a sister better than that. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta sign no contract. You ain't gotta work. She don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can act like you ain't got nothing and be with that sister. And you could reveal 10 years later that you're a millionaire. You feel me? Just act regular. Just you know, you're a millionaire, but nigga, wear some Jordan sandals, you know, some sweatpants, A-Rab, and just kick it every day like you ain't got nothing. Drive a Toyota Corolla. You know, catch the bus.
Damn right.
If I could add, Salaki, Sharada.
No, go ahead.
Khan, the water priest, you know, and you know, if I could add one thing, you know, even to these sisters, you know, you want to say, you know, I want a man with that can provide $50K a month. Like you don't, a lot of you don't understand the danger that you're putting yourself in. You know what I mean? Like I know stories of these women marrying a man for money. You go marry a man who's making $1 million a year, and next you know, this man's locking you up and tying you up in the basement. You know what I mean? Beating your ass over some dumb shit, and you thought that bag was so important. You know what I mean? And you know, and in some cases, you think you're gonna go and divorce this man and take half his money. Bitch, you ain't got no money to get a lawyer to defend against this man. You know what I mean? He's gonna divorce you. You're gonna see 1 penny a month in child support. You know what I mean? Just destroyed and oppressed with no man, no protection. A lot of these men you out here marrying are absolute monsters. You know what I mean? And you got to be mindful of who you join yourself to. That was it.
So like Shire one, she gonna be in the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, this guy is say the safe word. Crocodile. I said crocodile.
Man,
you know what's crazy? Diddy is the living proof.
God, yeah, Barack. That's so heavy, Barack. Man, Salakia, Barack. I was just I was watching that Netflix thing on Diddy a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like the shit he was doing to Cassie or whatever her name was. You know what I mean? Like he beat the living shit out of this woman. You know what I mean? And she sold this idea as what, an 18, 19-year-old that, you know, being famous and having money is so valuable. You know what I mean? He's sitting here, you know, getting you high on every drug known to man, getting other men to sleep with you, and you know what I mean? Just all manner of evil. That sister's mind's gotta be fucked up, Salakia. You know what I mean? Like,
she's a Filipino.
Oh, she's a Filipino. Oh, Salakia.
Got impressed with more than $8.
Good night.
I got the clip right, and that's the clip Officer Shiraza was talking about. That could actually be a lady boy. I ain't gonna hold you. That's how they rock over there in Asia.
Damn.
Salaka, before you play, there's a sister, and I believe she's a Cuban. She like 6'7". She has
the tall thing.
She has a video where the brother to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna find that too. I'm gonna find that too.
Yeah, that'll be better because we don't know what that thing is.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. They could be a creature.
Right. You're right.
Bottomless spit on earth.
Yeah.
What's the brother name again?
Salakia. I forgot his name. Shit.
I don't know. He's
a YouTuber, I believe. He's a streamer.
Yeah. He's a weirdo. He's a sodomite. Listen, if you're not in the UPK, I assume you're a sodomite first and foremost. But he's a weirdo like that. He only targets whores. It's sad that she's a whore. She's fine. You know,
she's a tall tree.
Listen, I'm born in the islands. I'm gonna climb that tree.
She's a tall tree.
I'm born in the islands. I'm gonna climb that tree. You know, that
can't change the whore into a housewife, man.
All I know is that, you know, she's a sister, so that fruit is not forbidden. Salakia.
Shit.
Damn. I forgot the name of that brother. What's the brother name?
The sister name is Angel Fernandez, I believe.
Oh,
yeah,
you know her by name.
I had to look it up.
You know her by name. Okay, yeah, I'll find her. Angel Fernandez. She's 6'8".
Damn, that's a tall sister.
Tall girls need love too. Tall, small, thick, thin, midgets, giants.
That's
as long as she's a sister. Shalom.
Angel Reese. That's her name.
Angel Reese.
That's another whore.
Yeah.
Angel Reese, ain't she the ball player?
Yeah, she's a basketball player.
Oh, yeah. Nobody knows her for that though.
She got all this money. She trying to make money, soliciting her damn body online. I don't understand it. The money she making is not enough.
I cannot find the clip. Because I found her, but I can't find the clip. She's the brother basically is at the drive. Oh, I found it right here.
Guys.
Let me see. Because basically, they're at a drive-thru. She said, yo, I don't give a damn where we go. I'm hungry. If we having a McDonald's date, that's our date. I don't care. Just bring me to eat. The date costs $2. Listen, I'm from Cuba. I don't give a damn. I say, well, rather I say, hey, go to a third world country, get you a rib. You know, she said, I don't give a damn if you buy me a 50 peso sandwich. I'm marrying you. Damn, 50 pesos for the dowry? Shalom.
Man,
Shalom. Let me see what she said. I think it's right here. Let me get the timestamp.
Most High in Christ. That's how it should be.
Right now. I thought you was finna spaz the out right now.
I'm hungry. It's 9 p.m. Miami is full. It's packed. I want something quick too. Going to Miami right now is probably like an hour or something. I don't know. It's okay.
I might love you.
Because I want McDonald's? Crazy.
No, not because you want McDonald's. You just don't understand how deep this is right now.
American shit, man. Let's drive through and get the goddamn burger.
Man, let me replay that. She said, this nigga shot. This is some American shit. Nigga, I just want to eat. Just bring me to eat. He said, I love you. He fell in love. He said, damn.
Right now. I thought.
Well, he's surprised because his chat, he's a streamer, right? His chat is spamming him like, yo, why you bring this fine thing to McDonald's? You know?
She was finna spaz the out right now.
I'm hungry. It's 9 p.m. Miami is full. It's packed. I want something quick too. Going to Miami right now is probably like an hour or something. I don't know. It's okay.
I might love you.
Shut up. Because I want McDonald's? That's crazy.
No, not because you want McDonald's. You just don't understand how deep this is right now.
American shit, then. let's drive through and get the goddamn burger. I'm hungry.
Listen, she said, yeah, I'll marry you for a McDouble. That's it. Just give me some food. What?
And if I may, if sisters were like that, you know what I'm saying, you appreciate everything, every little thing that the man does for you, we wouldn't be killing each other for a woman. We wouldn't have to be drug dealers, you know what I'm saying, like we said earlier, drug dealers, you know what I'm saying, to impress. Because when we do these things, it's really to impress a woman. When you know what I'm saying, those men with the Jordan, you know what I'm saying, with the nice clothes, they don't do it for another man. You know what I'm saying? They do it to impress women. You know what I'm saying? So we wouldn't have to steal, you know what I'm saying, to do all these crimes, you know what I'm saying, to impress us, our sisters. Because why? Because she's content the way you are. All she wants is the protection and the love that you have inside and willing to give her, man. You know what I'm saying? If sisters will be like that, you know what I'm saying, and the day sisters gonna be like that, you know what I'm saying, the day, you know what I'm saying, our community change. It's a lot.
And Salakia, one, just to add to that, you know what? She would get the 50 bands a month. She would get $1 million. Why? Because she don't give a damn about it. All she wanted is a burger. She said, yo, bring me to eat some food. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. I'm hungry. She then asked for a Red Lobster. She said, yo, McDonald's drive-thru right here. Let me get a burger. She didn't even ask for a crazy order about, yo, let me get 50 burgers or whatnot. I'm not saying she's going to eat like a pig. I'm just saying, yo, she didn't ask for a bag to be spent on her. She said, yo, we're going on a date. I'm hungry. I don't care where we go. Let me get a burger. Let me get a pizza. Let me get a glass of water. That's what she asked for, right? Salakia. And really, a sister like that, a man won't care about spoiling a sister like that. It's like, oh yeah, listen, you're not here to be a gold digger. That's why that's a brother. What's his name? McQueen. He was surprised. Like, how is she not a gold digger? Because imagine as brothers, we're so used to be like, yo, all women are trying to take advantage of us, right? You know, they're all gold diggers. The moment's like, yo, she's not. She's fine with McDonald's. Good night. I struck gold right here. She's far above rubies. I'm not talking about her specifically because I know she's a whore, you know. But that mindset that she portrayed about, yo, I don't care if we go to McDonald's, right? This it's just being content, like Officer Adia said, being content with the small things and appreciating the small things that man will do for you. You know, he's in and said, like, yo, where can I find the most expensive restaurant to take her? She's like, yo, there's a McDonald's right here. Well, damn, here's 50 bands a month. That's what you would get. The Proverbs chapter 31, is it, I think verse 28 or 23 says that the children will brag about that Proverbs 31 woman. Why? Because my mom is the greatest. And if you finish the verse, says the husband will also brag about her. Why? Because my wife is the greatest. That's why. And if you're a Proverbs 31 woman, you would, you know, let me pull the verse so y'all can see. I'm not just paraphrasing some stupidness that I'm talking about. That's what the Bible says. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 28. And her children arise up and call her blessed. It said, my mom is the best. And her husband also, and he praised her. He said, yo, I dropped 50 bands on her. Why? I don't know. She's the best. I love her. Just like that, I'm a spoiler. She's my princess.
That's a bad bitch.
Yeah, that's a bad bitch. All of y'all out here walking loose leg like rabid dogs, like rabid hyenas. You know, you're not a bad bitch. You're a rabid, you know, hyena. A rabid loose leg hyena. You understand? We marry bad bitches. You understand? A loyal one. A stick to me. Right? Not a feral dog. What a feral bobcat. You know, some swamp monster. That's what y'all like. It smell like too. It's a lot.
It's a lot here. If I could jump in, you know, and something, you know, we got to be aware of as well is, you know, when we say the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, like this man has, you know, issued an entire, you know, campaign to make our women and our brothers look like a certain character in the limelight. You know what I mean? Like Sharatazai had said, you can go to any ghetto, barrio, reservation and find yourself a sister that's down to earth. All our sisters aren't monsters like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that like some of our sisters, we got some extremely intelligent women out here who knows what's going on. You know what I mean? What we have to do as a people is stop buying into this propaganda. You know what I mean? They back to the 1900s, you know, they had the those TV programs of the mammy. You know what I mean? Always showing the black sister as like a servant to our oppressor. You know what I mean? You know, always showing our brothers as gangsters, killing each other, you know what I mean? Selling drugs and shit like this on TV, portraying us as no good fathers, when meanwhile, you know, we're the number one statistically best father on the earth. You know what I mean? A lot of this bullshit is COINTELPRO, propaganda. You know what I mean? Our oppressor will go to such extreme lengths, you know, to shine us in a specific limelight. And when we take on that culture that our oppressor says, this is who you are, you guys are nothing but whores and sluts and gangbangers and this and that, you know, we just further destroy ourselves. You know what I mean? We got to we got to wake up and understand, you know, truly, you know, who our oppressor is. You know what I mean? That COINTELPRO, he's infiltrated every single Black, Hispanic, and indigenous movement. You know what I mean? Lord knows, you know, what propaganda he keeps pushing on us. You know, we got to come back to the Bible, see our records, see our culture, how it is we're supposed to act. You know what I mean? Stop following BET or whatever bullshit it is, and take on our culture. Salaki.
And Salaki, you know what's that's crazy is that it's all the propaganda. We're the best fathers. Our women are the best. Our women are the most nurturing women on the face of the earth.
Damn right.
You want a Black, Latina, or Native woman as your wife, or wives, plural. You understand? They're the greatest women on the earth. They're the best mothers. You know how we know they're the best mothers? Because they had to raise the children of our oppressors during slavery. The oppressor cannot handle their own children. They had to give their children to our sisters to raise them. Because otherwise, what would happen? Just like we're seeing today, you see these little white boys spitting in their mother's face because they say you're not getting an Xbox. We had to raise these white kids right. They could not raise their own children right. That's how you know our women are the best mothers. What it said in Isaiah, right? That our queens, you know, or whatnot. Yeah, you understand? I'm just paraphrasing, right? Our women were suckling their children. They could not even breastfeed their own children. We had to nurture their kids. So you know, we're the best fathers. Even in slavery, a lot of these little white boys, you know, they claim they learn skills or they learn some type of discipline. They learned that from the slaves, not from the slave master. The slave master is probably abusing them, beating the hell out of them, damn near to the level of a slave. So they go to the slave. Some slave masters had to befriend a slave just to see what is it like to be raised right, despite being oppressed. You understand? That's how you know we're the best fathers, the best mothers. We have morals. The law is in our hearts. You understand? And there's no other great men for our sisters and no other great women for our brothers than so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the 12 tribes of Israel, the real biblical Israelites. Salaki.
What do we got next?
We got a few more before we get to the main topic. We have diabolical culture vultures, as usual. You understand? When I say diabolical, y'all gonna understand for yourselves. Salaki.
Unclad like Taliban, bad man running with the stick like the magician. Red too fast up in the car, cause a million Cartier watch on me arm straight criminal. Weird. Me like a bad thing, smell me off the bunny top. Me stacking up the fun style with me brother. We going up with me brother, we in Trinidad. Farm spot a little badness.
Stop, shut, dopey them up on the fine line. Blow your mouth, pussy, better know this are my time. Hot, big body girl want the fine dine. White chocolate on the rhythm, I do no white crime. Yeah, I know them.
White chocolate. Keep your white chocolate.
Jack a boy stealing gal in them check. And call me beer cutter when we go for them bread.
Pull up, what this? Crocodile teeth gun.
Yeah, see, that's good. I know the brothers is doing a reaction video, but this needs to be stopped. This must be stopped. Like, you know, the thing is, black people would praise these devils like, oh, he's appreciating the culture. This nigga is depreciating the culture. This cracker is depreciating the culture. Salaki. You know, that's horrible. You know, and I've been sending Captain Karathia a bunch of these rhythms, right? Y'all tell me which one sounds the best. I'm gonna play another I'm gonna play a brother that did the thing with the rhythm, right? Let me bring that up real quick. Salakia. Dang, it won't let me bring it up. Bear me 1 second. I sent this to Captain Karathia, right?
And Salakia, they always like sound like they sound like they dance, no flavor.
God.
Yo, man, chat. Point get out kabat. Yo, bombe cloud. Mock, salade. Le monde déclenché sa combat le physique. Ou peut pas courir by ça inévitable qu'on calvitie. Qui laisse qui bosse game n'a des plus qui en décennie. Qui laisse qui n'est plus mon qui 13 minutes. Attends ça pas même presque fini. Bon mais 13 minutes. Back game là yo ka crier sans mesrini. Non mais fini. Les mains en côté on nèg des fesses qui ni. Moi tellement belle beaucoup les réveiller en pièce là toute j'ai lesbienne fini. Oh là là, yo on bad l'eau qu'a foulé les ambitions pas kaba. Yo on bagay pour consoler yo même en tagada. Yo qu'a fait moins chaud qui m'a venu Lewis en pissionné le tout pédé c'est Vindis. Millions de stream qui dance solo hip hop yo pas technique yo si pas technique TikTok. Yo là qu'a fait penser qu'a dit moi qu'a boss pas qu'a mix up même les mamans force après ça au qu'a fait qui big flop. Millions de stream, millionnaire en euros. C'est messi en string, yo à pied devant en feu rouge. Moi qu'on 50 tic devant 50 tic ou qu'est 50 black femme on connaît tout c'est son moyen 50 tic. Salakia. I have to play another one because I know Shy one didn't understand one liquor word in this Creole thing, yeah?
Man, Salakia, I did not want to.
This stick man, badam bombo clat rich. Uptown couple rifle, all the funny killers now have no life for shit. Free this, could have fear from Egypt. The pussy them all kneel it. Mount a bat where we have funny rifle. We dead already.
So what do you mean to tell me like this devil is acceptable? Talking about
you know what? Yeah, if you know the molly tongue on a bed. We not do the long talk and a TED.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Just his facial expression, like, yo, listen, leave our music alone. White people need to start making white. I don't even know what white music is, to be honest. They stole everything from us. You know, and I seen something, right? This is the problem. You know why white people don't make what they claim to be white music anymore? Because of the CIA. I had to look this up too. Billy Corgan claims the CIA purposefully dialed down rock music to elevate rap. Listen, white people don't push white music no more. They only push what the salt of the earth. They take everything we do good and they colonize it. Okay. They colonize dancehall. Listen, Shaiwan will not believe this. The white man colonized soca. The East Indian is bad enough. The white man colonized soca, and I have this clip. This white woman colonized compa. Y'all, yo, I need to pull out this clip. Y'all don't believe this. This is crazy. Damn. What's it called again?
You know what? I've been thinking about this, you know what I'm saying? Like white people in these other nations, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's taking our music and everything. They should be paying taxes. Stop paying taxes to black people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? You using our, you know what I'm saying, our talents, you know what I'm saying, our effort, you know what I'm saying, our style to make money. You know what I'm saying? You make money, you know what I'm saying, off of the black community, you know what I'm saying, off of what we do. You know what I'm saying? Things that come from us, you understand, and whatnot. But you don't give not 1 cent to the black community, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't help out with the ghetto, man. You know what I'm saying? They should start paying taxes. That should be a good idea.
That should be a must.
Salakia. Yeah, Salakia. That that's a good point. They, I was having this conversation the other day. They've gone to the extent of putting patents on seeds. Like you can't even plant certain vegetables because the white man has a patent on the goddamn seed. You know what I mean? And you're telling me we can't charge these devils? You know what I mean? For singing our music? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I can't find there's a song, right? It goes like it, baby, like it, oh.
Now you don't need to get the Edomite. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know she was an Edomite. I thought she was just light skinned. I had to look into her. I'm like, yo, she's actually a devil. So I'm not gonna add it to my playlist. But it sounded good. I'm like, yo, yeah, Most High in Christ. I was like, oh, she's a devil? That is crazy.
So like to come back with what Shawan was saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the seeds, they don't come from the white man's mother's vagina, but our talents come from our mother's vagina. So like, yeah,
God.
That's crazy how you said it, because
we got the right to tax it.
Right.
Like, her whole talent came from her mother, because her mother was Haitian. Her dad is a dad. I was like, oh, that's the nigga said. Yeah, I can repeat shit that Adiyar says sometimes. I'm crazy enough. Forget about all the Adiyar. You know? But these devils are diabolical. Like it's not, I'm tired of it. This is really downright disgusting. That's really what it is. And you can't make this up. It's like, damn, are you serious? You know? It's like, good night. Let me did you hear what he said?
Stealing gal in them check. Yeah. And call me beer cutter when we go for them bread.
Pull up, what over this? Crocodile teeth, gun clap like the Taliban. Bad man running with the state like the magician.
Yeah, I'm playing another one for good night. This is diabolical. I can't with these devils.
Give me a shot of Hennessy there. 40 and on about
this is real
the actress.
Even when
yes, me can't manage because no, watch I know. Girl coulda big, fluffy and broad. If me catch her, me go slam her like a domino hard. This a cocky and fluffy girl got 21 wad. Me a girl is from me attached to me umbilical pad. So don't come with your foolishness like a road trip. I saw me cruising it, speed it up, sport mode, start cruising it. UK girl like when me sweep her with the broom in it.
Listen, Shalom. Shalom. They say UK girl like it when we sweep it with the broom in it. Hey, Shalom. You know,
hey, Salakia, you know that white boy said, you know, he's gonna come for he bread. go ahead and do that in your community. You know what I mean? Go shoot up your community with your guns, with your drugs. You know what I mean? Go unalive every European brother that you have. You know what I mean? You want to push this culture on us? You can take that bullshit. You know what I mean? I love to see in our kingdom, you know, when they're singing and dancing for us, entertaining us, because it'll be entertainment to see them, you know, put crack in their own communities. You know what I mean? I look forward to that day. Salakia.
They're gonna be the jesters of the kingdom.
So we have probably 2 more before the main topic.
Wow. Japanese soca, goddamn.
Japanese dancehall was not enough. Listen, this must be stopped. And you know what the problem is integration allowed this. We think it's like it's okay. Like what is it in Jamaica? Out of many, one people.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, you know, this is the people of Shensia. Shensia is not a sister; she's Korean. Nicki Minaj is not a sister; she's East Indian.
Oh damn, Barack, you killing it for me. She Korean? I didn't know.
She fine as hell. It's like, oh wait a minute, she Korean? Damn, she ugly. She ugly. No.
She ugly as shit. Salaki.
Yeah.
As quick as that. You know what I mean?
Listen, all skin folk is not kinfolk. She's no different than Nicki Minaj. Her dad is, I think, Chinese. It's all the same. Chinese, Korean. Her name is what? Chen-Si. Her name is Chen-Si Lee. She has a Chinese name.
Wow.
You know, this nigga's like, yo, you ruined this for me. You know who told me that too? Officer Matazal from Arizona. But Yashikar is like, wait, Shensia is not a sister. Oh damn, broke my heart. It's like the Levite sister I told you about. I hear the compa. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Tawab. I had to look her up. Even I don't care about the amount of melanin you have. I have to look you up. I thought, oh, your dad is French. Your mom is Haitian. I said, Shalom.
Her mom is Haitian?
No, not Shensia, but the Levite sister I was trying to look for. Well, she's not a sister, but I was trying to look for the beat. And I found out, that is French.
What's her mom over here?
The compa thing?
This one right here, Shensia.
Her mom is Jamaican. She's an Asian Bob Marley.
Wow.
She's like Nicki Minaj. You know, that's listen. No one, especially with the Rastafarian community, they talk about, oh, you know, we know we're the children of Israel, whatnot. Well, stop sleeping with heathens. You understand? We wouldn't have this issue, regardless of which tribe, because Shakira, Shalakia, for those who didn't know, Shakira is not a sister. Salma Hayek is not a sister. I'm about to listen I'm about to kill y'all dreams of getting your celebrity crush has been crushed.
Listen, I would have been fooled if I met that sister right there, man.
Right.
Yeah. I was too. You know, Barakatah Yahweh Shai for Commander YAHANNA giving us this truth.
Right.
I would have fallen for one of these sisters who I thought was a sister until I learned, oh, Chensi Lee. Damn, where's that come from? Oh, it's come from the Asian indentured servants, right? Her dad is South Korean. Nicki Minaj, her dad is East Indian. Nicki Minaj is a filthy culture vulture, and not all of her sisters wants to be whores, thinking that she's representing black women. She's no different than Kamala Harris. Filthy culture vulture. You know, let me see if I can find it. And her dad was a crackhead. Salakia. And she'd been an illegal citizen for the longest time, and nobody wanted to deport her. Let me see.
Well, if I could, while you pull that up, Barack, you know, when Christ gave us that wisdom, judge not according to appearance. You know what I mean? That runs so deep. You know, even right down to where I see so many of our brothers and sisters, you know, they say bullshit like, you know, black only are the children of Israel. You know what I mean? And you're going to turn your back on your Hispanic and indigenous brothers because of a skin color. You know what I mean? Vice versa. We look at somebody like this sister or this heathen, you know what I mean, thinking she's a sister just based off of how she looks. You know what I mean? Like that colorism trap that was taught to us. You know what I mean? We really got to throw that out the window.
Right.
This nigga looks like he smelled like the Ganges River.
Over here in Haiti, it's like if you light skin, it's like if you're not pitch black, like oil black, you not you know what I'm saying? You something else.
Right.
That's how it is over here. Like you have to be pitch black to be considered a Levite.
Damn. God. Oh, did we have did Barack drop out?
Yeah, I think he dropped out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, okay, you back?
Go, Salakia. We can move on to the next one. We need to stop. Listen, if we want to have an issue with culture vultures, if we stop marrying these heathens, now we have Japanese talking about do the wave and soca. Listen, I had to clear my ears. I'm gonna listen to some real soca music.
Salakia, I think the Asian, like you know what I'm saying, they also have like you know what I'm saying the Mexican style, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Kawakan.
Oh, I seen that out of here.
Yeah, I seen that too.
They're copying everything that from us, and this is great also because it shows that you know what I'm saying how much great we are in this world. Everybody want to be us. You understand? Yeah, the cholos. Everybody want to be us. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people want to be like those East Indian? Nobody really want to be like, you know what I'm saying, those East Indian throwing shit, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. The other day, there's one that was eating it.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to be like, you know what I'm saying, these other nations, like, you know what I'm saying, like Africans and so on and Asian, you know what I'm saying? But everybody want to copy us. That should mean something to us. That should mean that we are special on the face of the earth. We are the salt of the earth. So like
damn right. It's a lot here. Let me see. We could get to the main topics for today. Bear with me 1 second. Salakia. So Epstein files reach Quebec pension fund manager and the Port of Montreal.
Quebec pension fund.
Yep.
Damn.
And the Port of Montreal. Listen, we have one of the main, well, our port was really the main slave port in Canada, first of all. You know, but then again, we have a big problem of underage prostitution in Montreal, especially with these little white girls disappearing all the time. Apparently, they might be on Epstein's Island. Now, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to speculate concerning the fact that Epstein files reach Quebec pension fund manager and the Port of Montreal. Y'all exporting little white girls to Epstein's Island? This is diabolical. It's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? And just like I was saying earlier in another podcast, right? Like the type of thing that you see like in Jeffrey Epstein, and you know what I'm saying, you see what, you know what I'm saying, those elites or CEOs in the US being, you know what I'm saying, called out for. It's happening in Montreal. It's happening in Canada as well. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, like you know what I'm saying, you brought this out like last week, I believe, where you know what I'm saying, like Ghislaine Maxwell, you know what I'm saying, no, Jeffrey Epstein, you know what I'm saying, he loved Montreal.
Right.
You know he loved Montreal. There's picture of the now leader of Canada. There's picture of him with Ghislaine Maxwell and everything. You know what I'm saying? So don't be shocked when the news come out and you see all these things come out. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
I think audio froze. It's like y'all can you hear us? You froze. He's bringing out the truth about Epstein and the link with Epstein in Montreal, and he froze. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Is that Salakia?
Yeah, Salakia. You know, something I've noticed about Canada is, you know, Canada likes to be very quiet, you know, about all the evil that it does. You know what I mean? Canada's a country where, you know, they're not big on all this or pushing, you know, freedom of the press. You know what I mean? Canada doesn't just, you know, release every story and everybody that gets locked up, and you know what I mean? They don't tell you all the information of things going on in Canada. There's a lot of dark things that happen in this place, and it would be foolish to think that, you know, Canada is any less evil than America. You know what I mean? Like, what does Revelations talk about the 666, you know, rulers? You know what I mean? These were powerful dukes of Edom. You know what I mean? Powerful men in the nation of Edom. You know what I mean? And they have gone around the entire earth. You know what I mean? Esau has colonized over 180 countries. You know what I mean? You're going to find his evil over in Egypt, over in Israel, in Europe, in Canada, the Caribbean islands. This man is a devil no matter where he goes. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised seeing these things pop up in Montreal. Dude, there's a lot of things popping up in Montreal. Shoot, Montreal is so invested in ICE, all the millions of dollars, you know what I mean, that Montreal is sending and funding ICE. But you never hear of these things. You know what I mean? They always love to act like they're so innocent. You know what I mean? But Montreal and these devils are evil, you know, no matter where they go. Salakia.
Khan, Salakia outside of are you back with us?
Yeah, Khan. I just want to add there, I send the oppressors the damn devil the Bible speak of.
Damn right.
Right. Yep.
You know, I stumble on something. Everything we stumble on, I have to look it up. Chris Henson, if I'm not mistaken, that's the cat that was producing the show How to Catch a Predator. Apparently, he admits that he tried to catch Jeffrey Epstein. The guy hung up and making TV show. Imagine that.
Come on,
Now,
man.
what stopped you from exposing this predator? Like, you know how many white lives you could have saved? They eating babies, drinking blood, prostituting who could have been your nieces and your daughters, the little Lily White's girl. You could have saved these white children. You could have saved them. But you refuse to do so?
Salakia, if I could, Barack.
Kawakan.
You know what I mean? So, Salakia, I'm not trying to take up, the whole show or nothing. But
Kawakan, sir.
yeah, like, when Christ was teaching us that, that he's not coming back until that man of sin be revealed. You know what I mean? Like, we got to stop looking at white people like they innocent. You know what I mean? It's so foolish to see a white man in a suit and tie, and think he's some righteous, upstanding, moral character. And then we want to give them a pass when they do something like, unalive a brother, that devil that unalived Breonna Taylor. You know what I mean? We want to give her a pass because, she's just an innocent police officer. You know what I mean? She messed up. She made a mistake. But if that was a brother or a sister, you'd be looking at them like, oh, that's a monster. We can't give them a pass. You know what I mean? That's a monster. We got to lock them up for life. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad that we don't look at this devil for who he is. You know what I mean? He does all manner of evil. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be surprised at the Epstein list. You know what I mean? We should be well past that. They have more cameras come out, more video surveillance and come out. It's only going to show how much of a devil that this man is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so as we start to understand as a people who they truly are, and we accept that the white man is the absolute devil of the earth, Christ is coming back. Salakia.
Salakia, the one. Just to add on to what you said, right? John Muhammad spoke about that. I don't remember if y'all watched the class and the Black Watch episode where John Muhammad's breaking down buck fever, where the white man is so excited he damn near gets horny from driving these deers, and he's about to have sex with them damn near. I said, Adiyar found the post. The white man found a dead deer and started molesting it.
It shouldn't be a surprise. Like, this is what they do. Salaki.
Here's the kicker. It doesn't say that he killed the deer. He just found the dead deer. I was like, yo, Gerald Muhammad literally broke that down. It's like, imagine that. The man of sin is revealing himself. And just like Officer Sean was said, Epstein's Island is not surprising. Like, you see things all the time. Some white woman in Louisiana got convicted for what? She's doing, I think, 100 years in jail because she fed children in a high school or preschoolers muffins laced with her husband's sperm.
Yep.
You're like, wait, you hear that? Like, wait, what? That's crazy. But it's just regular white. It's just regular white people things. Like, watch this. Texas nurse arrested after videos were found on her husband's phone of her having sex with her Great Dane.
Yeah.
Man. Like, you think, oh, it's crazy. I would have never heard that before. White people have sex with Ferris wheel. They have sex with trees. They literally, it's white culture to be a sexual deviant. All those pagan holidays from Valentine's Day. What is it again? Lupercalia, Saturnalia. All those pagan holidays, Christmas, New Year's, everything they incorporate and rebrand as white culture since the Roman and the Greeks. The only common denominator is sexual deviancy and debauchery.
Yep.
You're like, what are they really celebrating? They're just drunk and having sex and orgies in the streets. And now we're surprised about Epstein's Island. We're surprised about this disgusting nurse. She laced muffins with sperm and she's giving it to kids. We're surprised. What is a white woman that does these things? A white man? It's not surprising. That's how they were always. And it's like, ever since Trump got in office and, as the time go by, they're just revealing their true nature. They are violent. They're genocidal maniacs. They're, unapologetically racist and sexual deviants. They eat babies and then they complain that the white race is dying. They're eating the race. Salakia.
And not to forget the one that put the fecal matter in the IV as well. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. I forgot that. She laced
I,
the IVs with feces.
Yeah, and I want to add something. The hypocrisy of Canada, right? A couple years ago, Commander General YAHANNA wanted to come in Canada. You know what I'm saying? The government, you know what I'm saying? The small hat people, you know what I'm saying? They call the government and whatnot. Don't let Commander General YAHANNA come to Canada. Meanwhile, Commander General YAHANNA is a perfect man that feeds the poor, that clothes, you know what I'm saying, the poor, that help the sick. You know what I'm saying? That's there too for the people, you know what I'm saying? And if you have a problem, you know what I'm saying, he's there for you. And also to give Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian the truth and nothing but the truth. They didn't want him to come in Canada, right? Meanwhile, in 2014, Jeffrey Epstein was allowed to come in Canada after being convicted in 2008 for being, you know what I'm saying, a rapist and pedophile.
Good,
they allowed him to come in Canada, but Commander General YAHANNA, that's doing the work of the Lord, he's not allowed to come in Canada. That's the hypocrisy of Canada, man. It's a lot.
So like, let me see. We have the next one. The oppressor is the goddamn devil. That's really what it is.
That's right. And Trump ain't doing nothing different from George Washington and Andrew Jackson,
right?
Thomas Jefferson. That he ain't doing nothing different. They're all the same. It's his forefathers. Exactly what his forefathers did.
They would have also been on the Epstein list. Yeah,
that's right.
So like George Washington, one of these presidents that was living in London, they found a bunch of bones, you know what I'm saying, in his dungeon underneath his house.
Good, that's nice.
I think that was George Washington.
Yeah, come on.
Diabolical.
Eating everybody.
Apparently, Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah, has been erased from the census.
Mm-hmm.
Good night. Good night.
And all I want to say, where's Allah? You know what I'm saying? That's their leader. Where's Allah? You know what I'm saying? He's fasting right now. You know what I'm saying? He'll remember that, you know what I'm saying, after he gets some food, man. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I can understand, like all this side of the earth is like most of them are Muslim. But you have Muslim fighting against Muslim. Where's the brotherhood in Islam? You have Muslim, you know what I'm saying, that's allied with the US, Muslim that's allied with, you know what I'm saying, the state of Israel, and Muslim, you know what I'm saying, that's against them. And you know what I'm saying, they're fighting each other. So why should you even be a Muslim when you know what I'm saying Muslim don't even have brotherhood? There's no brotherhood in Islam. So like
Mm-hmm.
I do have a question, right? Because there's a lot of Irani nationals all over the planet, in Canada and the US. Is ICE going to raid the Iranian community to prevent a potential attack within the country, or it is still going to target Blacks, Latinos, and Natives? Because they, believe it or not, they're trying to deport Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the question I have. You know,
that's an excellent question, Barack.
God. All right, what is ICE going to do about this? You know, because damn, listen, they say he was a dictator or whatnot. We don't give a damn how he was ruling his people. That's his problem. That's the people. That's the problem with his people. We just know that we should not follow after them. That's all we know, right? But America always has to act violent towards the people to say, well, we're trying to liberate them. Liberate them from who? Why are you putting your nose in someone else's business talking about we're here for democracy, we're here to liberate the nation? From what? Your president is a pedophile. He's a criminal. He's a felon. You understand? He's on live TV talking about grabbing by the box. It sounds like you need help. It sounds like you need liberation. You understand? The previous president, his son was a crackhead. In Toronto, the mayor was a crackhead. It sounds like white people have enough problems on their plate to talk about, you know, we should help the other people. Help yourself by going back to the caves. That's what you should help yourself back to the caves. You understand, Salakia? And apparently, Netanyahu been planning this for over 30 years. Netanyahu, the Polish scoundrel that's ruling the fake state made up of Israel today, he said the same speech for over 30. He was waiting for this day. This man is the happiest man on earth right now. So, let me play this clip. You won't believe this. For over 30 years, he said, "Yo, we need to get Iran."
Non-stop. Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year. It could be within a few months.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it.
Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
He can't make this up. The white man is the devil. You can't make this up. You understand? Listen, we don't support either side, but it's just to show you that this people who claim that propaganda was pushed upon them during so-called World War III, come to find out that these are the people who claim that the Holocaust was fake.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was fake or not. I just say that they saying it was fake, and apparently they were the victims of it. Those same people are pushing propaganda across the face of the planet. He just did for over 30 years talking about Iran is going to obtain nuclear weapons within the next 3 years. Nigga, it's been over 30 years. Good night.
And there's a video also of Trump saying, saying he was blaming Obama, saying Obama is going to make us go to war with Iran. Meanwhile, he's the one that did it.
Imagine that. You know why? Because we know that we're not Africans. Africans are not us, but they would try to put the blame on black people if they go to war with Iran. That's what it is. That's really what it is. And come to find, well, you know what? They don't give a damn. It's all colored people, so we're gonna put them all in the same basket. Salakia. We have a few more. Unless I don't want anyone to chime in. Officer Shirazov, the shy one.
Yes, Salaki. My only thing on this, is if you're Black, Hispanic, or Indigenous, you would be a damn fool to join the white man's military. You know what I mean, and have any part in these wars that are going on. You know what I mean, like to fight. I saw other one, Officer Kazak Ahmad. You know what I mean? He was, basically saying he's thankful that he left, the white man's military because they do nothing but oppress and abuse our people. You know what I mean? So to fight for a people and get a part or join in his war, you know what I mean? You would just be a damn fool. What we need to do is just kind of sit back. You know what I mean? Just let Israel go to war with Iran, let Russia fight Ukraine, and have absolutely no part in it. The only thing we should focus on is just being a people of integrity. You know what I mean? Learning to be perfect.
Khan.
Also, Shiraz, you want to chime in on this one before we move on?
No, I'm too wild.
No sweat. I don't want. Here's a lot of people, this is their favorite actor. Marky Mark. This is the favorite actor of a lot of our people. Hey, y'all are in for a rude wake-up call that it doesn't matter about his talent, which I don't think he has much of it. I remember a clip where he's on live to a Shabba Ranks talking about rapping and shit. You understand? But remember, this is Mark Wahlberg. This is the true Mark Wahlberg that you don't see on TV all the time.
I'm Irish American, and never would I pretend to be an African. You needing a history lesson because you forgot where you came from.
After he hurled rocks and racial slurs at black school children, he made numerous racist remarks during the attack and following his arrest. It was a hate crime, and that's exactly what should be on his record.
I'm Irish American, and never.
For those who don't know what they're talking about, Mark Wahlberg had a gang of white boys in Boston targeting black people. Literally just walking up to them and beating the hell out of them. It's like people forget listen, it don't matter how he portrays himself today. He's making movies with The Rock, who's a brother. Sadly, he's a coon. What other movie? He's making movies with a lot of brothers, but he's a racist. And this is listen. I thought this said Irish and black people were brothers. We were all slaves, right? This is Irish American. He's telling you right here. He don't want to be associated with black people. He used to beat up black people. I thought y'all said Irish were the white niggers, the gingers. So ginger is the new black. Well, here's the ginger right here. Here's a perfect example of an Irish man right here. Salakia. Let me see if I could find the clip. He's rapping with Shabba Ranks on live TV in the UK.
And just, you know what I'm saying, like the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, do not trust your enemies, do not trust the oppressor. And you know what I'm saying, you about to find it out, you know what I'm saying, like the whole time you've been thinking, you know what I'm saying, these people are your friend, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, they hate you, you know what I'm saying, they hate your guts. You know what I'm saying, they hate your color, they hate the fact that you understand your nose is big and you're breathing all the air. You know what I'm saying, they hate everything about you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. I can't find a specific clip, but he's on somewhere in the UK with Shabba Ranks. You know, and that interview with Shabba, basically, I think, like, they say he ruined his career because he said he's not going to be apologetic for saying, you know, boom, bye, bye, and I'm not going to fish. I don't give a damn. Boom, bye, bye, in a fishman head. You understand? You're not going to be apologetic for that. You know, let me see. Okay, there you go. You see the cat all in black, right? That's Mark Wahlberg. During the interview, he's freestyling and rapping. Mark Wahlberg is not only a racist, but he's a cultural. Yeah, you see him right here. That's him. That's Mark Wahlberg with the mic next to Shabba.
His mind speaks his opinion. All y'all can't deal with it. Step the fuck off.
Well, I thought he said he hated black people. Good night. He said he hates black people. He's doing this. Salakia. Listen, the oppressor is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. That's all I gotta say.
Right, damn right. And let's see if we could make these, you know what I'm saying, like these white entertainers, you know what I'm saying, white artists, you know what I'm saying, that's using our talent, that's using our style. Let's see if we could do something about it so they could stop paying taxes to the black community, man. Black Hispanics and Native community. They need to stop paying taxes, man.
Shit. Listen, they'll pay all the taxes in the kingdom. The gates shall be open forever, day and night.
Right.
All the riches of the planet will come back to the righteous people, chosen people of the Lord. You understand? We won't be taking anything, but we will receive it all. Lock.
Yeah, and you know, and Barak, that's so poetic because, you know, we had touched on this the other day in class where, you know, a black culture inside of America is, you know, one of its main sources of resources, one of its main sources of income. Like blacks, you know, Hispanics, indigenous making all this music, you know, for our oppressor, you know, that's just helping, you know, further his kingdom. They're making all the millions and billions of dollars off of Lauryn Hill and Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know what I mean? They're the ones who are benefiting from it. You know what I mean? You give $1 million to Jay-Z and that Negro goes and spends it on some Jewish man's business. You know what I mean? He spends it on some white man's business to further build up his kingdom. You know what I mean? Like when that day comes where they bring all the resources of the world to our kingdom, it's so just. You know what I mean? Like, what's it say? We're above all nations on the face of the earth. You telling me that there's a better businessman than a black, Hispanic, or indigenous man or woman? You can't even compare the mind. You can't compare, you know, our physique. You can't compare our talent. Anything we do. You know what I mean? We've continually shown on this earth, you know, how great of a people we are. You know what I mean? It would only be just to pay us back what you owe.
And
you know what I mean? Give us that paycheck that you owe us. All the millions of dollars you've made off of us. You know what I mean? Salaki.
They're not going to, at least not willingly. God will have to make them do it. How I know that? Because the Netherlands saying, well, we acknowledge our role in slavery, but we'll never pay back reparations. Are you crazy? That's what the Netherlands said. The UK was paying reparations to white people until 2015. Until 11 years ago, they were paying reparations. Haiti is destroyed till this day because they still pay reparations to France.
Right.
So it's Martinique, Guadeloupe, French Guyana. They looted Colombia. You ever hear talking about El Dorado, the city of gold in Central South America? There was so much gold, they were like, well, good night. We made this empire rich, you understand, with our resources, with our people, with our blood, sweat, and tears. They're not going to pay that back. Because if one devil started paying reparations, all the devil will have to start paying reparations, to the people that they enslaved, you understand, to their former colonies. And it's like, well, what do we have left? The caves. Like the Bible says, desolation. Because that's all you ever had. So much so that that's how God really hates white people. Out of all the people that he hates Africans. Africans still have resources. They have the savannah. They could still, subsist, eating whatever they eat over there. They have the jungle. They have beautiful places in Africa. We bring that all the time, right? All the heathens have beautiful places wherever they dwell. The only heathen that doesn't have a beautiful place where they dwell is the Caucasian race, the Edomites. They have a desolate place. Not even grass grows over there. Damn, they're allergic to the sun. Imagine being allergic to nature. That's how much hate that you get from the Most High. The Most High really don't give a damn about white people. If he did, you would not be allergic to nature. You understand? Salakia. About to end the show. Salakia, other one?
No, I was going to say, Khan, you're right, because the Lord hates the white man so much that he raising up the white man just to kill him.
Shalom.
That's right.
That's how much he hates him. Just like he did Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? So, you're so right on that. And they worried about if the Israelites, y'all carry so much hate. Why y'all hate? Nah, we don't hate the white man like God hates the white man, because we're not out here killing white people.
Right.
You gotta kill them. Right, go ahead.
Salaki, I wonder if there's time if we could touch on one story. Just to Sharataz's point. Did you guys see what happened over in that Blue Hills Avenue? Where was that? In Hartford, where that police officer shot that man?
Oh yeah, the dude that was walking up to the police.
He was walking up to the police with a knife.
Yeah, come.
You know what I mean? Like when Sharatazar said, he hates them so much that he's gonna raise them up just to destroy them. You know what I mean? When I saw that video, you know what I mean? It just reminds me of why they have to be destroyed. You know what I mean? Like these people, like Europeans, man, that race of people has to go extinct. You know what I mean? They've done so much destruction, so much evil in this place. You know what I mean? For them to be allowed to walk down the street should be a crime.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that police officer took that man's life, without hesitation. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if you got that pulled up, Barack.
Khan.
Yeah.
We want to take you back to this breaking news scene. We continue to follow out of Hartford after a man was shot by a Hartford police officer today.
Yeah, I believe that's the aftermath.
Officers say he was holding a knife and in a mental health crisis. While we work to learn more details, the scene has been active for most of the day with the Inspector General's office on scene. Thank you so much for staying with us at 6:30. I'm Annette Montgomery. Now we want to go right back out to Fox 61. Stephen Reels live in Bloomfield, just a short ways away from where those shots were fired. Stephen, what information can you tell us tonight?
Well, Annette, we're still waiting on more information from the Hartford Police Department, and they have been out here for about 7.5 hours now. Still a very active scene you can see behind me along the Bloomfield-Hartford line. You even can see some markers, I believe, that are still up in the area. At the moment, Blue Hills Avenue is shut down between Tower Avenue and East Burnham Street. It's been like this for several hours now, and Hartford police say this all came after they came to the area around 11 this morning. They say a man approached an officer with a knife, and police tell us that same man with the knife was suicidal. Initially, police say they tried to use a taser, but that proved to be unsuccessful. The man later approached one of the officers while holding the knife, and the police say that an officer was backing away while giving the man several commands to drop the weapon. The officer then fired their weapon, hitting the man as a result. Neighbors spoke with our team and told us that things appeared to be fine when there was only one officer initially. However, things escalated when multiple officers showed up, and now several neighbors feel the escalation was completely unnecessary. The local NAACP is calling for additional mental health resources to help potentially avoid another situation like this.
It's just heartbreaking, a life lost.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the video itself, right? But yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about now. The one, yeah. Listen, white man. This is the problem we need to understand white people. The only thing that they know how to do is take lives. How do we know that? The animals go extinct because of white people. The waterways is dead. Forget about human life. How do they respond to a conflict in the world? Listen, they lost the war in Vietnam. They said we're dropping napalm. They lost the war. They dropped napalm. You understand? Listen, Hitler and them, they said, you know what? We're just dropping. Imagine, this is the problem we need to understand, like Officer Shah once said, right? These people are not fit to just roam around freely. What happens when they do? They create a weapon of mass destruction that is capable of erasing humanity. It's called a nuclear bomb. You have to be diabolical to say, you know what? Worst comes to worst, we just erase humanity. That's the mindset of the white man. Salakia.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And then he could have tased him or do something, you know what I'm saying? Shoot him in the leg or something. And what happened to shooting in the leg? You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? They was always saying, like, the police could shoot you, you know what I'm saying, in your leg, you know what I'm saying, below the waist. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? Now it's like really a headshot. These police officers, like, you know what I'm saying, playing like, what's the war game? Famous war game?
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty. They out there playing Call of Duty with black people, man.
Yeah. Kyle Khan. I don't even say Call of Duty because Call of Duty, they shoot back. White people are just target practice. You know, that's what they do. And we played a clip last time. The white man, he said, let me see if I could find this clip before we end it. We have our episode of white peopling at the end of every show, right? Yeah, it's a lot here. This is the show special. You understand? The white man is out here in a tree. He said, white people take days off of work just to sit in a tree and hunt and shoot living things. That's what the white man said. I'm going to find the clip right now. You know, this is diabolical. And to think that, these people only have one thing on their mind is to just take lives. No matter if it's the life of, listen, it could be the life of an insect. You know how I know that? Because butterflies, a species of butterfly has been going extinct in the US. Not even the insects are safe. The water is not safe. All the shrimp in the UK rivers are testing positive for cocaine. That's a fact. Yeah, I'm not making this up. Y'all can look this up. We brought this up, last week? You know? They're not. Christopher Columbus was told by the Spanish crown, fam, you're doing too much. Imagine that. And we think these people are just regular. It's okay to have them around. I'm gonna find this clip real quick, and then we play the white people, and white man's out here up in the trees talking about, this is what we do on a regular basis. This is a lifestyle. It's better for them. Killing is better than having sex with their wives. That's why they're homosexuals.
Right.
That's why the white race is going extinct.
That's why they're going to Jeffrey Epstein Island.
As a matter of fact, let me not get this clip. I'm gonna get this other clip. This man, for fun, is making a pitfall trap for fun. That's the white man. All he thinks about is killing.
Salakia, like the Most High told us that, you know, his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Like God is telling you what's in the white man's heart.
Damn right.
He's telling you what's on their mind, what they think about. You know what I mean? The General Muhammad saying, you know, they get off on, you know, the adrenaline of killing. This is what's in their heart. You know what I mean? And to think otherwise is to call God a liar. Right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To say that the Most High isn't a man of his word. He's telling you war is in their heart. He told you that they were blessed with the sword. You know what I mean? They will weaponize anything. You know what I mean? This race of people has to be eradicated. You know what I mean? It's so just. Sluggy.
And to add on what to that, I want real quick, right, is this. Y'all go watch a history class from Dam Gabar about how some animals were going extinct. The white man, he killed animals just to say, yo, what can I do? Like, I know how to make glue with cow's fat. But I'm going to kill some penguin to see if I can make glue with penguin fat. I'm going to kill off the whales to see if I could, you know, make glue with whale fat. How can I exploit the life of whatever hand I'm touching? You see, even it say this, I think it's called King Midas or King Midas. Everything he touches turn to gold. Everything the white man touches die.
Right.
Literally.
The angel of death.
This is he Salam. Literally everything.
God.
Let me see. This is one of the clips. This man took time to go what they call bushcraft just to create a pitfall trap. He's giving you step by step how to do it.
And there is nowhere that I know of in the United States where this is permissible. So if you actually do this, you need to do it, not walk away from it. Use it on a watermelon or a stuffed animal, and then disassemble it safely so you don't catch the neighbor's cat or something and get yourself in big trouble. Up onto the log, over the log, and spikes. Pretty lethal just as it is. But I look over here and I got this nice little sapling here. So I'm gonna climb this, bend it over, and I'll be able to hang my deadfall weight from that. All right, so we got our, what we call 7 sticks, or at least the British call them that. Now I grabbed a bunch of these because, especially depending on your weight, you know, the heavier your weight, that might be 50 pounds of pressure trying to pull these out of the ground. And I want this dead weight, or my snare, if it's set against the system, to be held up. So you see what I got going on here? Stick under here and pinned by the 7 sticks in place. And then this, got my paracord. All right, so I've made a toggle, just a little.
I can start right. Y'all get the point. He's an expert at taking a life. It's like giving you step by step with the details. He's an expert at taking a life. Now, I found the clip exactly I wanted to play. This white man is telling you, yo, they take off of work to sit in trees for hours. I think his brother-in-law, another man, there's no women around. They're in nature. Just to be out here taking lives and getting off of it. The Romans were doing the same thing. They only kept women to breed. And they're not breeding. Apparently, it's not working because they're making babies. So what? To eat the babies? That's why the white race is going extinct. Because y'all are murderous, genocidal, maniac, sexual deviants. That's it.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, if you wanted to invade our country and you were thinking about taking it over, I'm hanging 20 foot up in a tree right now with a bow. And my brother's like 250 yards that way doing the same thing just for fun. And there's like 50 million others that do the same thing just for fun. They take off work to do this. So I would do it if
No, I'm gonna tell you, listen, there is no biggest murderer than the white race. Don't come fuck with us. That's what he's telling you.
That's Esau.
Listen, he's the red man. It's a lot, you know. But we're about to end the show. We have our episode of white peopling. Then we'll let the Arawanyam chime in. with some closing words. So, Lakia, this is our episode of White People, and before we end the show.
Today's episode of Random White Action Danger. You have base immediately. Free will is crazy because you don't gotta do that. Mark's very dead. Because as you can see, Son is not moving, grooving, vibing, sliding. No, he is hanging, dangling, strangling. Are you Rambo nowhere in sight? So why searching for vibes? I mean, what the fuck do you do in this type of situation? Time obviously goes by and he's shouting to his homie, yo, what's good? Yeah, I'm up here in the cut like Neosporin. I'm gonna need a helicopter. Pardon me, how much does that cost to get airlifted? This looks like, I guess best case scenario because he didn't die. But at the same time, worst case scenario is what the fuck do you do? Even if a helicopter come up there, it's like, it could almost chop you the fuck up. And is this because the wind was bad or you just not a special white breed indeed? Base jumpers, come in my comments, let me know. But I know that must be a broken leg. That's for sure. And I guess you really is lucky as hell that tree was standing there because now you at least just hanging dangling. You feel me? You would have been moving, grooving, vibing, sliding all the way down to death. I mean, that conversation with the upper room was not going to be good because God going to look at you like, hey, man, I put those mountains there for beauty. Because most normal people, when I'm driving by, I look up the mountain. I never think, man, I should jump off that shit and then try to, just glide my way to the bottom. No. Maybe a quick intrusive thought, what would it be like if you jumped off that shit? But that immediately ends in death. It's never like a parachute attached to me. This is free will. You got up and chose to do this morning, not getting paid. I appreciate the entertainment, but at the same time, I'm like, son, is you okay? And I would like to know how this actually ended because clearly, cameraman, he always survives. So I guess a helicopter must have lifted you up because not like you could go up there and then try to climb up and then just stand on the side because you can't get all the way back up. You're not Alex Honnold. You ain't built like that, son. And clearly, you may be new to this because you ain't true to this. That's for sure.
Listen, everything the white man does has to involve death-defying stunts. That's all I know. This man is taking moments just to jump off a cliff, just to fuck up. Imagine. The man, death has to be involved in a white man's life, one way or another. It's a lot.
So you see when the leg hit the rock, and after that you see the leg dangling and everything. That's the loose leg.
The loose leg. I think he lost the shoe. Listen, everything the white man has. Listen, death is involved white people. That's all I know. It don't matter if it's for fun, out of boredom. Like the brother said, I see mountains. I never have this intrusive thought like, yo, could I jump off of the cliff? Salakia, I don't understand how their brain works. Like, yo, maybe I should try to jump off that cliff. See how it feels.
Hey, Salakia
said it's not your time. Khan.
Only somebody that conquered the earth got time for something like that. Because poor people, slaves ain't got time for that garbage. We got to go to work. We trying to eat, feed our children. We not thinking about this garbage. That's why, he is a man of the field. Genesis 25 and 27. That's Esau. He is the cunning hunter, the man of the field. They got time for this garbage.
Damn right. Listen, that's biblical. That's the proof right here. This Esau, the man of the field. He's in his element in the mountains. Salakia, I was in Sharawan.
Salakia, they just wake up and let me try to find a way to die.
Right.
No, he said, let me conquer death. That's what he's saying. Let me colonize death. That's what he's saying.
Ridiculous, man.
I was sorry, want to chime in before we close out.
God, I just, the scriptures say, who can make straight what the Lord has made crooked? Right. You know what I mean? They white people are backwards as hell. You know what I mean? In everything they do. You know what I mean? It's hard for us to comprehend what's in their minds. You know what I mean? Because of things like white Jesus, Christianity, Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? Thinking that, we had in some fashion that we could actually join to these people. You know what I mean? They're sitting there spending their time jumping off fucking cliffs You know what I mean? Or whatever the hell they're thinking about. You know what I mean? And as Sharatazar said, you know, we just trying to, you know, make some money to feed our families. You know what I mean? Like we don't have any connection with these people. You know what I mean? The Christian church, every you know, LGBT Israelite group saying that, you know, we should join hand in hand with these white people, thinking that we're going to be in the kingdom with them. It's just foolish. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do to make these people straight. The Lord made them a certain way. This is their spirit. You know what I mean? They're different, and we got to have, you know what I mean, a zero joining to them, you know, in everything. You know what I mean? Don't eat their food. Don't touch their women. You know what I mean? Don't follow their philosophies, their business, their thinking mentality, their wars, whatever garbage is in their minds. Those people are crooked as hell. You know what I mean? We just got to separate from them. Salakia.
That's right. Real quick, Salakia, you see how in Obadiah it says, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yourself. Salakia. The man said, yo, let me jump off the cliff and colonize death. The Lord said, all right, no sweat. Go ahead. The Lord said, it's not your time. It's not your time yet. Let me just put a tree right here. It's not your time yet. You'll fuck yourself up, though. I ain't going to hold you. You're going to suffer. Feel that pain.
Make your leg loose.
Yeah, you're going you understand?
Thank you.
You know, white people are not safe for themselves. Listen, the white man is a danger to itself. That's why the white race is declining, because y'all jumping off of cliffs as opposed to having sex with your wife to make more babies. That's the problem. Go have sex with your wife instead of jumping off a cliff and being a homosexual on top of a tree. You know, stop hugging the wood. Go hug the Haagen-Dazs. You know, we're about to close out. You know, Salakia Adawanyam, any few words of closing words? I wasn't saying parting words, but nobody's dying besides the white man off the cliff. Salakia. Anything y'all want to close out with? Also, Sharatazar?
No, to Messiah in Christ.
Salakia, also Adiyar.
Oh, Salakia, the water for having me on, man.
Absolutely, sir. Anytime, so it's an honor to have you here.
I was about to say that as well. It's an honor to have you, Officer Sharatazar, man. You know what I'm saying? Like doing amazing work down south. You know what I'm saying? Shire One, it's an honor to have you. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? Toronto is in your hand. You know what I'm saying? You have like Windsor also. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of work to do. Well, we got a lot of work to do because the work don't stop until Christ comes back. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know what I'm saying? To what I you know what I'm saying, for being here, you know what I'm saying, on this podcast with us.
Damn right. Officer Shire One.
Yeah, I was just gonna say to Water for having me. I appreciate the opportunity, you know, to just share some of my insight. You know, everything that we've been taught from the generals on down. Appreciate you having me, and just to everybody, make sure you like, share, subscribe. All right, share this podcast. Officer Adiyar, Braki, Allah, Sharatazar, y'all doing amazing work. Let's just keep pushing the water.
The water to the Adawanyam, you know, for joining us, Officer Sharatazar. You understand? Officer Shawan, I forgot to say, this is a public service announcement. Officer Shawan is officially part of One West Ground Zero. I forgot to say that. You understand? You know, but the water for everybody tuning in every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to the greatest show in Canada, right? You'd be better off, you know, listen, stop smoking weed and watching porn. Come watch One West Ground Zero. That's what you should do. You understand? Stop going to the strip club or to your gay fraternities, aka the IUIC and the Pegasus Sakari. Come watch the show and learn how to be a real man, as opposed to imitating the white man jumping off of rocks and hugging wood, as opposed to, you know, procreating with your woman. You understand? Again, it's another great episode of One West Ground Zero. Make sure you pay your Passover fee. Passover coming up April 4th, 2026. Will be in Houston, Texas. The Passover will be the greatest movie on the face of the earth, coming out in 2026, right? Christ is coming back, and he's coming black. You understand? Tomorrow, Feast of Purim, Monday and Tuesday, where we will honor one of our beautiful women, Hadassah or Esther, because the Bible do not hate women. They love them. So much so that the men in the Bible have more than one in multiple occasions. You understand? With that, Israel, we say Shalom Yahweh Ba'ashem Shabrakatham to all the brothers, and Shalom Yahweh Shemalathan Ba'ashem Yahushai to all the sisters. We will see you next week for the 30th episode of One West Ground Zero.
Right.
Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, Israel.
One West World. First everybody. Bitch, this is more than what they ever played us. Living by, put me in a gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played us. Living by, put me in a gas. Born in 91, pumping 93. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it clean. Man, I'm too for real. Comfortable with myself with they fraud. Man, I'm too legit. Off the thermostat, can't hold me back. Trying to check my tip. And my weight, run my plate, really busy. Really in this field. Checking it, check me out when in doubt. I'm gonna make my bread. Never lose niggas, food is a feast. Just know we all gon' eat. Niggas slick on my shit, pop my shit. My bro said this shit grease. She don't like the message. I kick wisdom. I'm just rude as speech. Tell my side, but not too much. They feel me. I know talk is cheap. I'm controlling it from a distance. This how it's supposed to be. Give her what she never had. Now she can't get over me. I understand they don't want a man, they just want company. Shorty know I'm all about my gravy, trying to smother me. Get from under me. I ain't had no silver spoon. This shit come from underneath. I play for keeps. I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel V. I play for keeps. I don't see nobody. This shit tunnel V. This is more than what they ever played us. Living by, put me in a gas. Born in 91, popping 93. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played us. Living by, put me in a gas. Born in 91, popping 93. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it clean though.
The I.S.U.P.K presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.